Hi guys, welcome back to Renpet Bath Beauty's kitchen. We are making Lullaby today. Lullaby is made with Coconut Shea from Nature's Garden, and this happens to be my new favorite fragrance. It has surpassed the Camu Camu, that is Sweet Child of Mine, for my favorite fragrance. Now, because this year I'm providing the links to the audio for the songs that these soaps are inspired by, I, I wanted to talk about this song for just a second, so indulge me before we get started. This song is by The Cure. It comes off of their 1989 album, Disintegration, which in my opinion is one of their best albums ever written. And Robert Smith, who is their songwriter and lead singer, this song, he's a little cheeky about it, because this song is certainly not a lullaby. This song is a nightmare. If you actually listen to the lyrics, fans have speculated about what the song is about, but Robert Smith has given two explanations, excuse me, I can't speak English today, of what the song is about. One was about childhood memories, nightmares and that kind of thing. And the other thing was, I guess, his father used to sing him these songs before he would go to bed that always had a horrible ending. So, but the music, the strings, and the mood and the feel of the song, I think, go very, very well with the fragrance. So we're going to forget about the nightmare part and make this soap. And my oils are dark because this is our Isis recipe. And there's bentonite clay and heavy cream in there. And in my lye water, which I'm about to put in here, it's a 50-50 mix of aloe vera juice and distilled water, sodium hydroxide, salt and sugar. And we're gonna, as usual, get this to just about emulsification and then add our yogurt. Okay, Simon, let's get this going. Okay, let's add our yogurt. Now, I'm doing the design of this soap is inspired by the album cover, and I will leave a picture somewhere for y'all to see. It's very dark and dreamy, the album cover is, and I want to try to get the feel of that in this soap, so we shall see how that works. All right, let's get this yogurt in and we'll start with colors. All right, first things first is I need a little bit of white. Now, I haven't pre-mixed anything with oil or anything, and with this white I'm gonna need to use my frother, but I think I'm going to mix most of it off camera so you guys don't have to sit through it. I need a little bit more of that one. Now, the rest of the colors are going to be in these little cups. I'm using New Tone Red, and this is Baby Duck Yellow, and this is Siesta Sunset Orange. Okay, now when you look at the picture that I showed you, the rest of the album cover looks black, but it is not. I actually own this album. It is a very, very dark, like purple blue color. So I'm going to try to get that color in my main batter here by using lapis blue. And I'm going to use some Mystic Purple, which I don't, oh, it is open. I wasn't sure that this was open. I use a little bit of Mystic Purple And then I'm going to add some activated charcoal to it to darken it up. Now, if I were to be painting this album cover, I would use a color called Prussian Blue, which is a very, very dark blue. So that's what I'm trying to achieve, is my Prussian Blue. So let's see. I'm going to leave this activated charcoal out, just out of the way. And I don't know why I did that, because I do need to mix my other blue first. The other blue is going to be Celestial Blue with a little bit of titanium dioxide in it. So let me mix that first. Let me get this out of the way. Ugh, see? Like I said, I thought I'm going to mix these colors without you guys, because it's going to take me a hot second to get it right. So we'll move on ahead when everything is mixed. Okay, I think we've got it. It took me a few tweaks. This will hopefully darken up some as it saponifies. Yay! And if it's not perfect, you know, nothing ever is, right? The mood will be there, and that's what's the most important thing to me, is the mood that the song creates. So, alright, so I have everything mixed. Oh, you know what? I'm going to dump my fragrance in, I don't know if this is going to, I haven't used this fragrance before, so, not in soap. I mean, I've used it in body butter, and I've used it in a foot scrub, so I don't know if it accelerates or if it slows down. So, oh, well, looks like it's slowing down just a little bit, but I don't want this super thin anyway. Not like I usually would pour it. Okay, let's get this going before it thickens up anymore. Let me get Simon out of here. Okay, I'm going to leave my hanger tool in my mold. So let me pour a base just above my hanger tool, like so. And I need to get this out of here for right now. Okay, I'm going to take my yellow. I'm going to turn this. Hopefully you guys can still see. I'm going to turn this and pour this down the wall of my mold, so it's just inside that. And just a little over half of it. I'm going to do that with all three of these colors, the orange, red, and yellow. Okay, let me get this mold cleaned up right there. All right, now I want the white to be a little bit beyond that, and I do want it to fall down in there somewhat. Woo! Gonna fall all over the place. Okay. Now, with our light blue, we're going to go on the other side of that. Yeah, that's really thick. I do need some of this for piping. So, and then we're going to take and we're going to pour this on top of there. Very slowly, very carefully. You know me, I don't usually do slow and careful, but I'm hoping to not screw up my design too bad. Woo! Alright, let me bring it over on the other side so I don't mess that up. Sorry you can't have a really, really good view of this yet. But I want to pour it down the side there so it doesn't, I just screwed it up. Dang it. Well, We'll see how it works. Okay. Now, the rest of the yellow is going. And I really don't care about scraping the cups out. And the orange. And the red. And I'll definitely have to bang this mold like crazy. Okay. I put the rest of my white in there because I don't need any of the white. Okay, a little bit more of the light blue right on the side of it. Let me get a spoon. Sorry, reaching over yet. Let's spread that out. Okay, and get rid of this spoon. Boy, this is the most difficult pour I've done for you guys, isn't it? And I got soap on my arm. Bad girl, bad. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to now swirl it. And I want to pull it up on this side. And bang it. Okay. Alright. Let's put just a little bit, ooh, stuck. A little bit more of this on top. And we're just going to lay it on top. Boy, I'm sorry I'm not talking, guys. I'm like super concentrating. Super concentrating. Okay, the rest of it will go in my piping bag. We'll see if this worked. Okay, done pounding it. Let's clean up this mold. And then I'm gonna, the batter is ready enough for me to do what I'm gonna do with the piping. So, you know what? I'm going to take it off of here completely. Gotta grab some Glad pressing seal. Yep. Okay. So, I am going to use a Russian piping tip. Ah, it's going to fall. Okay. Whatever. I'm going to use a Russian piping tip on the top of this soap. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just plop all of this blue out of here. I won't scrape it to death, I promise. Okay, and let me grab, where is it? I know it's in here. Uh-oh. Well, a knife it is, I guess. I want to spread this out some. Because what I want is I want my flowers to be dark on the outside. I want it as even as possible. I want my flowers dark on the outside and light on the inside. So I'm going to take this light blue and I am going to put it in the middle. Like so. Again, sorry guys, I'm concentrating. You know, I had to have listened to this song about 20 times today preparing to do this soap, praying that I would get it right. So we'll see how it turns out. Alrighty, so in order to use a Russian piping tip, this has to be the consistency of a thick buttercream. So it's going to take a minute for it to get to that consistency, and I'll show you how I test it when we get there. So I'll see you in just a few. Bye-bye. Okay, we're going for plan B because my husband is waiting for me to watch TV. So no Russian piping tip. We will, I promise that we are going to do that very soon. Ordinarily, I would make my flowers the night before so I wouldn't have to wait forever, but I didn't do that in this case. And this is pretty thick piping, but this is not thick enough for those Russian flower tips. But I will definitely show you soon. One of my spring solstice soaps has those flowers on it. And I'll go ahead and I will pipe the flowers beforehand, and then I'll make the soap the next day. So when I make those flowers, I'll be sure to film it so I can show you guys how to use those. They're fantastic. I love them. And I'm glad I actually have extra piping left because I want to have samples of this. At least I think I should have some extra. I just want to put a little bit in between there. And then we will be done. I'm nervous about what it's going to look like on the inside, you guys. Okay, I do know that I want to put some of my blue glitter on here. Actually, you know what? Oh, maybe not. Well, maybe I'll use the light blue, not the dark blue. I'll use the light blue. We'll see if that works. Okay, just a little teeny bit. My husband and I have been rewatching the TV show Vikings from the beginning because my new Assassin's Creed game is called Valhalla. You know, it has the Viking in it because the Assassin's Creed games are like, you know, part fiction, part historical stuff. You know, you get to meet the sons of Ragnar Lothbrok and all that good stuff. So my husband and I are watching that again, and he's like ready. So sorry about the change in plans. So this is Lullaby, and pray with me that it turns out the way I wanted it to, the way I see it in my head. So I will see you guys when we cut this. Hi guys, we are back to cut Lullaby. I gotta show you this. This is so cool. So we have this side right here, but check that out. We've got all that color. Oh, so beautiful. Okay, so let's hope that this turned out like my vision. So I'm going to take a sliver off the end here. Oh, let me put my glasses on because that would be helpful. Oh, please turn out like my vision. Please, please, please. Oh, That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's cut our first piece, guys. Yay! It's very early in the morning. Oh, wow. That's really cool. And I have to tell you, too, that, you know how I was concerned about the coconut smell coming through in, after saponification? I was right. In my experience, anyway, coconut does not stick in cold processed soap. So I can smell more of the shea and practically none of the coconut. So, yeah. But it still smells gorgeous. But I will, not make this in soap anymore. I will use this fragrance for, wow, that's a really cool bar. I'll use the fragrance for other stuff like my foot scrub and my body butters and, that kind of stuff. Emulsified sugar scrub. As a matter of fact, I'll be making emulsified sugar scrub pretty soon. Again, because I need more. So it definitely is. I'm not unhappy with how it turned out, but it's not quite my vision. I used a little bit too much color, which is fine. I mean, it's still a really beautiful bar, but it's definitely not exactly what I imagined. I have to tell you a really quick story about Robert Smith, who is the singer for The Cure and the primary lyricist. He's a very, calm guy and very much laid back, that kind of thing. And he's quite cheeky, as I said. And in 2019, because you're going to see this video in 2021, but in 2019, The Cure were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I watch that ceremony every year. It's always played on VH1 Classics. And during the red carpet, when the whole band was going into the theater to play and whatnot and to be inducted, there was this over-exuberant reporter, and she was so excited. She's like, how do you feel about, being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? You must be super excited. And Robert Smith looked at her with this just dead, it was so funny. He just looked at her like she was nuts. And he says, apparently not as excited as you. He's so cheeky, so funny. Okay, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, so I'm going to have samples. Yay! I love samples. I'm going to have to cut this sample bar in half. So I do like it. It definitely turned out quite nice. I like the swirl in it. Considering, this fragrance sped up trace. So let me just cut this in half and I will let you guys go. Whee! There we go. Oh, come on. So we have that sample bar and that sample bar. Right on. Alright, guys. I will see you later. I hope you have a great week and stay safe. Bye-bye.